Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. We'll get started in just a moment. My name is Paul Carganilla. I'm the Community Affairs Manager and Public Information Officer for the Oxnard Police Department. This morning's conference will include remarks from Oxnard Police Chief Jason Benitez, and of course, Ventura County District Attorney Eric Nazarenko will provide additional details regarding this investigation. The spelling of both names are displayed here on the monitor. After Chief Benitez and DA Nazarenko conclude their statements, we will open it up for questions. But due to the upcoming legal proceedings, please understand that specific details may be limited. We also respectfully ask that members of the media not approach or engage with family or friends at this time, and respect their privacy as they've gone through a lot over the past 11 and a half years. We want to ensure that they are afforded privacy, space, and proper respect. Thank you again for being here, and we'll begin in just a moment.
Good morning. We have gathered this morning to share an important update regarding a murder case that has remained unsolved for nearly 12 years. The victim was an Oxnard resident. He was a devoted husband and a father of 3. The circumstances of this murder are shocking even to the most experienced officers. Last Thursday, on April 2nd, 2026, detectives from the Oxnard Police Department, along with detectives from the Ventura County District Attorney's Bureau of Investigation, served an arrest warrant on the 2100 block of North Ventura Road in our city. During this operation, they arrested Jose Jimenez, a 32-year-old Oxnard resident. He was arrested for California Penal Code Section 187, subsection A, murder, and was transported to the Ventura County Jail. Our district attorney, Eric Nazarenko, will speak more to the charges in a few minutes. We will have some information for you, including some background on the case and what it took to get to where we are now. Members of the victim's family are also with us here today, and I would like to reemphasize our request to respect their privacy. Some background on the case. At 8:43 a.m. on Thursday, November 13th, 2014, Oxnard Police Department officers responded to a call of a battery victim in Sierra Linda Park. Sierra Linda Park is located on the 1000 block of Indigo Place on the north side of our city. The initial responding officers located an unresponsive adult male and saw that he had multiple stab wounds. A lengthy blood trail ran westbound from the crime scene, away from where the victim was found. Emergency medical service personnel pronounced the victim deceased at 8:55 a.m. that morning. The victim was identified as Lab Nijah, a 55-year-old Oxnard resident who lived in the neighborhood. Lab was a clerk at a local convenience store. It was later discovered that Lab had just finished walking his son to Sierra Linda Elementary School that morning, which is immediately adjacent to the park. As Lab was walking through the park, he was suddenly accosted and was stabbed to death. Then Ventura County forensic pathologist Dr. Ann Buchholz, her autopsy report listed the manner of death as a homicide. Now, this was a truly heinous crime. This occurred in broad daylight in a public park next to a school, an elementary school that was in session. Witnesses to Lab's murder included people in the park, teachers, and school staff. Worse yet, grade school students who were in the schoolyard also witnessed this. This was one of those cases that even seasoned veteran homicide detectives found to be especially disturbing. To some of us, this is one of those events where we recall specifically where we were at the time the news was brought to us. Some here with us actually responded to that call that morning. A significant amount of forensic evidence, including DNA, was collected at the scene, which spanned far west towards the area of Ventura Road and Holly Avenue. During their investigation, detectives interviewed numerous witnesses. They released composite sketches. They also made numerous appeals to our public for help. Our detectives also worked with the Ventura County Sheriff's Crime Lab, as well as the Federal Bureau of Investigation, to develop information based on DNA. Evidentiary DNA samples were placed into the Combined Index System, also known as CODIS. CODIS is the FBI's criminal justice DNA database that blends forensic science and computer technology to link serial crimes and identify suspects. It enables federal, state, and local laboratories to exchange and compare DNA samples electronically, aiding in the investigations and by matching the forensic evidence to convicted offenders or to other crime scenes. The DNA profile developed from evidence in this case did not match anyone in CODIS at the time. As such, the case remained unsolved. Our detectives ran out of workable leads. It became what we refer to as a cold case, meaning that it was an unsolved, open criminal investigation that remained in place pending the discovery of new evidence or information. Over the past 11 and a half years, this investigation has had 4 case agents or lead detectives, the first of which was then Detective Miguel Serrato. Other case agents included Oxnard Police Department detectives Jeff Kay, Megan Toby, and Michael Velasquez. Their responsibilities included looking for ways to generate these leads to move this case forward. What I will say as I hand this over to our district attorney is that advances in science, our partnership, and the determination to persist with cold case homicides made this arrest possible. Thank you.
Good morning, and thank you, Chief Benitez. Today, the Ventura County District Attorney's Office is announcing the filing of a murder charge against 32-year-old Oxnard resident Jose Jimenez for the brutal slaying of Lab Nijah. We are also filing 3 criminal enhancements, specifically that in the commission of the murder, a knife was used. Second, we allege that Jimenez committed a crime of great violence by repeatedly stabbing the victim in the torso area of his body in a particularly cruel, vicious, and callous manner. The third criminal enhancement alleges the victim was especially vulnerable both during and before the attack, meaning he was ambushed, exposed, and defenseless as he walked in Sierra Linda Park. There is no evidence that the victim knew the defendant or that the defendant knew the victim. By all accounts, they were total and complete strangers to one another. And this was a random, unprovoked, and brutal murder. Jimenez will appear later this afternoon at 1:30 in Ventura County Superior Court, specifically courtroom 13. His bail is currently set at $500,000. However, prosecutors in this case have filed a specific detention motion seeking that he be held without bail given the horrific nature of the accused crime. I too want to join Chief Benitez in noting the extraordinary and persistent work of the Oxnard Police Department, the Ventura County Sheriff's Cold Case Unit, the Ventura County Crime Lab, and members of our own Bureau of Investigation. This case has remained active since 2014, and their dedication never wavered. As part of the Ventura County Cold Case Homicide Unit, DA investigators Mike Young and Jeff Kay work closely with the Oxnard Police Department to seek justice on behalf of Lob's family. Fellow detectives from the Oxnard Police Department, like Mike Velasquez, Megan Toby, and Miguel Serrato, were equally instrumental in bringing this case to where we are today. You see, advances in DNA technology are only meaningful years later when evidence is properly located and preserved at the crime scene for future testing by that advanced technology. Thanks to the combined efforts of our law enforcement partners, crime scene evidence was secured and stored in 2014, permitting us to eventually arrive at this crucial moment in time, the arrest and prosecution of Jose Jimenez. But as Chief Benitez mentioned, the investigative road initially went cold. A DNA profile was uploaded to CODIS, and it matched no one. Public outreach efforts, as well as reward money, did not yield the answers investigators sought. Undeterred, law enforcement turned to investigative genetic genealogy, an advanced forensic method that has helped solve previously unsolvable cases. With the help of the FBI's Genealogy Task Force and their family tree analysis program, detectives were led to a relative of the defendant in Houston, Texas, and later a sibling residing right here in Ventura County. Through that process, investigators identified Jose Jimenez, who lived just blocks from the crime scene when the alleged murder occurred. In addition, forensic scientists and investigators were able to combine evidence recovered from the park's walking path into a DNA profile matching the defendant, and were able to extract a sufficient sample from where the alleged stabbing took place. None of this would have been possible without the work of Ventura County Sheriff Forensic Scientist Kristen Kanko. She responded to the crime scene back in 2014, completed the DNA profile testing, and has worked closely with detectives on this case ever since. Thank you, Kristen. As she and all the others who have worked on this case demonstrate, the passage of time does not absolve the accused, and it does not diminish our commitment to find the person responsible for this brutal murder. Over the weekend, I had the opportunity to speak to Lob's family. In the wake of his death, he left his widow, 2 daughters, and a son. While California is still home, Both daughters now live on the East Coast. One is an attorney, the other a scientist. They described him in that conversation as an incredibly hard worker, someone who often worked multiple shifts as a cashier at an Oxnard 7-Eleven. He did so to provide for his family and to support their education. An immigrant from India, he wanted his children to have a better life than he did. And he recognized how the combination of hard work and education were passports to a brighter future. While they shared with me that he was soft-spoken, they also volunteered that he loved to sing, although, according to his daughters, not always in tune. When his life was taken on that tragic morning of November the 13th, 2014, he was exercising on the very same walking path that he had exercised with his family and his daughters. If you wish to speak to those daughters, they will be available today for a Zoom call at 12 noon our time. Our public information officer, Joey Batista, will provide you with that link upon request. This arrest will not bring back Lob Nijah, but it does bring to all of us something we have longed, yearned for: answers and accountability. We will now at this time take a few questions.
Either one, you say it's random, but is there a motive for what happened back in November of 2014?
We have identified no motive in this case.
Chief, does the suspect have any other criminal record that we know of?
Actually, in fairness to this, we're not going to speak to the criminal's history or the suspect's history at this point.
Was the suspect been living here this whole time?
Yes.
In the same neighborhood, same house?
Yes.
Are there any other investigations ongoing into Jose Jimenez for other crimes in the area?
We can't speak to that at this point in time.
Do you have a booking photo of him?
We do not.
Joey Batista, our public information officer, will be able to release one later today.
Do any of the family members want to talk?
The family members are able to be filmed and to speak to reporters at 12 noon via the Zoom call. The family members that reside here in Oxnard have asked that their privacy be maintained. We want to thank you all very much. Thank you for being here this morning.
We want to thank everyone once again for joining us for this press conference. Again, if you have any additional questions, please feel free to reach out to either Oxnard Police Department Sergeant Megan Toby or Ventura County District Attorney Joey Batista, whose contact information is here on the screen. And we appreciate everyone's attention and coverage today. Thank you again for being here.
Everything.